Okay, so I've got someone special here today. We've got Stephen. He's got an amazing journey to share, and hopefully it inspires, a couple people that are watching this video today. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you started, your family, what you do for work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a theatre technician. I've been working as a theatre technician for about 13 years now. I'm 39 this year. I'm a single parent. My son's turning 14 in October, and I built a house here in North Lakes about 4 years ago.
Yeah, fantastic. And your story is something that I've shared with clients a few times. Just your journey, the way you've over the last 2.5, 3 years, I think I've known you, but just seeing how far you've come. So where did you actually start? Like what happened? 2.5, 3 years. That was the tipping point. Yeah, tell us more about that.
Okay, so about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, I was just over 180 kilos, and I was very unwell. I went to see my local GP, and I had a blood test, and I went back and got the results like a couple of days later, and then she gave me the news that I had type 2 diabetes, and I had an underactive thyroid, and that was like the tipping point for me, I guess, because she said, like, if I don't lose weight drastically, that I could die within 12 months from a heart attack for being so obese.
Yeah. So that's it's the real starting point. That's a real why, a real reason to actually do something. Hopefully, for a lot of people, it doesn't get to that stage. That's pretty, drastic measures, but it was a gradual thing to get that stage, and obviously it's a gradual thing to work it off though too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, I guess over the years, I was always busy looking after my family, and I didn't look after myself, and I never exercised. I ate all the wrong foods, and to me, it wasn't. It just crept up on me, and then I didn't realise how big I was, and then getting so big. It was I couldn't tighten my own shoelaces, or I couldn't dress myself properly. Just everything was hard. I couldn't walk 100 meters. I couldn't walk a flight of stairs. It was awful. Yeah.
And so, the doctor tells you, this is it. You need to do something now.
Yep.
The next day, how do you start? What's the process? What did you start? You just started though, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to start somewhere.
That's right. So I didn't want to die young. I love my son and my family, and the next day I came to U Fitness, which is just around the corner from where I live. I had no idea, but all I wanted to do was to lose weight. I had a few options that were given to me from my doctor, like I could have a gastric bypass or a lap band, or I could do a no sugar diet. So to me, it was easy. Like, everyone's different, but I personally didn't want to have surgery, and I went to have down the track of a no sugar diet, and I joined the gym the next day, and all I wanted to do was lose the weight and do everything I could to get the weight off by being healthy, exercise, and whatever it took. I was so determined to lose the weight, and that's all I wanted to do, so I could live for my family and have a happy life, and not die young.
Yeah. And it's that process. Like, you've got to start somewhere, don't you? I remember you telling me once that you started with 1 lap, and then 2 laps to the lake.
That's
down
right.
at North Lakes, and the next thing you know, you're walking to the gym to do 5-10 minutes of work, walking back.
Absolutely.
Everyone starts at a different level,
Absolutely.
and then there's just that natural progression that will occur when you have consistency. But so what kind of struggles how heavy are you now? Like, you've lost a bucket load of weight.
Yeah.
So
I've lost. So I was just over. I think I was at my heaviest. I was like almost 183 kilos.
Yeah, wow.
And then I got down to 82 kilos, but then I made myself, because I lost it too quick, and I didn't know much about nutrition or protein, and I made myself sick, and I had very low blood sugar. So I had to learn about nutrition, protein, what I was eating, and then so I've put weight back on. So now I weigh 110 kilos.
Yeah.
I've gained 15 kilos in muscle.
Yeah.
And I feel amazing. I've got. It's been an amazing journey for myself, because I feel you know, I've got the natural endorphins going. All I want to do is go to the gym. I just want to train. I feel amazing. The best I've ever felt in my life. I just have so much energy. I'm better at work. I'm better, you know, a father. I'm just happy, you know, and I feel great. I have a great mood, and I just have so much energy I've never had in my whole life, just from being healthy and exercise. So it's really changed my life. My son makes better options. He wants to train, and you know, he eats better, but he's still a teenager, you know, so he still have the naughty foods every now and then, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something I share with clients all the time too. Like, it's not always about the scales, it's about doing it the right way. Like you said, you lost all this weight, but then you realise, hang on, I don't think I'm doing it the right way here, and then that changed the game again, really.
That's right.
You know, it's your overall health that's
Yep.
important, and yeah, I think that's really important. I try and stress all the time, it's not always about jumping on the scales, it's that process it takes to achieve that healthier lifestyle, or whatever your goal might be. Like, but you've got to understand there's a right way to do it and a healthier way to do it where the weight stays off.
Absolutely. I dropped half my body weight in 9 months.
Yeah.
And it was way too quick. Even my doctor said, like, I'd go in once a week. I was like, well, first off, it started I'd go in every 3 days, you know, because I was really unwell. I also had sleep apnea as well, so I had to get a machine as well. But you know, once I lost all the weight, I don't have sleep apnea anymore. I don't have diabetes and any of that.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I'd go in for a weigh-in like every 3 days and then once a week, and she just said, look, I'm losing weight, which is great, but way too fast. And that's what happened. I lost half my body weight in 9 months, which I thought was awesome, but I was like anemic. I was really white. I had no energy. You know, it was like on the stage of just almost fainting because I wasn't eating properly, and I didn't educate myself at that time. It was more about, I just want to lose the weight, and then I had to learn it's all about, you know, eating healthy, putting the right foods into your body, you know, protein, nutrition, plus exercise and sleep. It all, you know, works together. So you have to have the right pattern and to be healthy, and it all works, you know, amazingly.
Yeah, well said. Like, and that's what this documentary that I'm working on right now is all about, called The Journey. It's about kind of that education process, taking someone that, you know, might be similar to where you started 2.5 years ago, and teaching them the right way to do something. I mean, there's some reality TV shows out there, and sometimes it's chopped up into, I bet you're like, wow, they've lost 50, 60 kilos. I mean, you lost 100 kilos, but that doesn't necessarily mean you did it correctly.
No.
So it's an interesting story though, because you got all that weight off, which is amazing, but again, there's a right and a wrong way to do it.
Absolutely.
But it's an amazing kind of bit of dedication on your part of.
Thank you.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
It's
You're awesome, mate.
Yeah. So what now? Where are you headed now with everything? You're at, you know, 110, but it's not really about the weight, is it?
No, it's not about the weight anymore. So, like, what training started as a diet for me has now a lifestyle change, and so now my passion is like you know, bodybuilding, and I wanna have, you know, awesome you know, physique. I want to be you know, I want to look amazing. It makes me feel great. I love training. And
that's the big thing, isn't it? Like, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, it makes me
it's
feel
not always
great.
about the image. Like it's what eating well and exercising on a regular basis does for you. Like, that's the greatest medicine of all, really.
It is.
Like, now you don't have diabetes.
No.
You look amazing, and
Thank you.
just feel fantastic.
Feel great.
You don't
You know?
need medication if you do the right things.
Exactly.
It's not always about how many tablets you can pop.
No, that's it.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
it's awesome. Yeah.
It is awesome, mate.
Yeah. Just onwards and upwards now.
I always you know, appreciate all your support. You're amazing, and you know, all the staff here are fantastic, hey? And you know, it's like a big family. So you know, I really appreciate it more than anything. You're awesome, brother.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.